Have you ever wondered what actually happens behind the glass when you tap a button to place a delivery order, or even like a post on social media? Think of your favorite application as a restaurant menu. It looks great and it is easy to read, but the menu cannot cook your food. Behind that screen is the backend, a hidden, bustling digital kitchen where the real work of processing your request actually takes place. This roadmap shows where your journey begins. Before you can work in a kitchen, you have to learn basic cooking techniques. In the digital world, these are your programming languages, like JavaScript, Python, Java, or Go. Learning one of these gives you the recipes required to make applications function. But just knowing how to chop vegetables and sear meat doesn't mean you have a physical place to cook. A chef requires a structured workspace to get the job done. That is why we use tools like Node.js and Express. If your programming language is your cooking skill, these tools act as the countertops, sinks, and ovens. They provide the necessary environment that allows your code to run, stay organized, and actually accept incoming requests from the outside world. By combining a core programming language with a working environment, you build your foundation. You transition from someone who knows how to write lines of code into a functional digital chef capable of building a working server. Now that our digital kitchen is built, we face a logistical problem. How exactly do we get the customer's order from their table in the dining room all the way back to the chef's? Your system needs a messenger to carry those requests. These digital messengers, known as APIs, carry your data from your phone to the server, much like a waiter carries an order from a table to the kitchen. Watch how this cycle flows. The messenger takes the request, delivering the order to the kitchen. Then, the kitchen prepares the information, and the messenger walks it back to the customer, bringing the finished data to the screen as a response. Of course, with messengers constantly running in and out, there is a security risk. What happens if someone tries to sneak into the kitchen or attempts to intercept another customer's private order? To keep things secure, developers use a system that issues a temporary digital badge to every logged-in user. This badge, often called a JWT, acts as a security pass that proves exactly who you are, so the kitchen only prepares the data you are authorized to see. By combining the communication of these messengers with the security of digital badges, you create a safe system. Your backend can now serve the public while keeping private information firmly locked away. Let's say our digital restaurant becomes incredibly popular overnight. Suddenly, we need a reliable way to systematically track hundreds of thousands of ingredients and past orders. To handle that volume, we rely on databases. These are high-tech digital filing systems using tools like SQL or MongoDB. Think of a database as a massive, highly organized walking pantry where millions of pieces of user information are safely stored and categorized. But there is a catch. As traffic spikes during a dinner rush, forcing your chefs to walk all the way to the back of that deep pantry for every single order takes too much time, which slows down the whole app. Notice how this lightning pathway bypasses the main storage entirely. This is called caching. It's like keeping your most popular, frequently ordered items right on a hot counter at the front of the kitchen, allowing for instant delivery without digging through the main pantry. Even with a fast cache, we face a final challenge of scale. Eventually, a kitchen grows so large that if everyone is working in one giant room and one person makes a mistake, the entire restaurant might shut down. This is why we use microservices. Instead of operating one massive kitchen, we break the workload into independent stations, like a separate grill, bakery, and prep station. That way, if the payment station has a problem, the rest of the kitchen stays online and keeps working. By organizing your data in a database, speeding up delivery with a cache, and dividing the work into independent stations, you upgrade your architecture. Your backend can now survive massive waves of traffic without slowing down. Up until now, you have been designing this kitchen on your own computer. But for customers to actually use it, you have to put your work out onto the real internet. This is the process of deployment. You use automated safety checks, often called CI/CD, and packaging tools like Docker to ensure your code is scanned for errors and perfectly packed into a container. This container allows your kitchen to run exactly the same on any server in the world. Once packed, it is time to franchise. Cloud providers like AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure allow you to take that digital kitchen and instantly replicate it across thousands of global locations. As these pulses of light travel rapidly across the map, they ensure that a user opening your app in Tokyo receives their data just as quickly as a user sitting in New York. Looking at this completed roadmap, you can see the entire journey. You understand how code forms the foundation, how servers process requests, how databases store information, and how the cloud shares it with the world. It looks like a lot to learn, but you do not need to master every tool at once. Your next step is simple. Pick just one programming language and try building a very basic server on your own computer. Mastering the backend is just a matter of taking things one logical step at a time. Learn the language, build the kitchen, deploy it to the world, and finally, scale it to handle the millions of users waiting for what you have created.